Hello everyone and welcome to Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. This week's map is made by Quick Racer, one of my favorite mappers in the game. His last Cup of the Day, Into Another Realm, possibly my favorite Cup map of all time. This is interesting. Does not look like any Quick Racer map I've seen before. It's very, like, round slash smacky deco. Kind of viewfinder vibe, you know? Interesting map. Nice Quick Racer billboards. I spotted them. Love Quick Racer's billboards. I'm gonna go this way. I see people trying different paths. I think that one was faster. Oh, okay. The finish came up there, which was good because I wasn't sure I was making that turn. Very neat looking map. Love this. Hey, Editor Lexer, can you tell me what reference I'm missing that the viewers should be aware of? Thank you. This looks great. Love this. Okay, enough photo moding. Focus. So there's a little bit of arms up for the first jump. I mean, this whole map is just going to be tightest lines possible without losing speed. This is a pretty clean run so far. Gonna have to see what speed that booster is. It might be a 130. Oops. Same with that booster. I need to know what speeds these are. See if I'm actually gonna overspeed them at any point. 50.3. This is actually a long map. 47.5, I guess, is the best time. Or the author time, I mean. Still on the long end of Cup of the Day maps, and this is going to be... Well, a lot of people might be sitting around 50 seconds. Definitely the second half of the map I could have cleaned up a bit. 133, yeah, so I don't get any boost over 130, so that's a 130 booster. And then this one also, I need to get this jump cleaner. There we go. That was a nice clean jump, and that's also probably a 130 boost. Almost sub 50. And then you could take that final corner super tight also. Yeah, as people are noticing in chat, a lot of very strong players in here. Apparently 4 out of the Cup of the Day top 5. Which would be Zomin, Yanja, Kern Cobb, and Round. Mackie being the one missing. Also have Lindsay in here. Nice to see Lindsay back in the game after a long time. She can definitely compete with those top 4 for wins as well. Obviously myself in sandals. I mean, this is a real stacked lobby, as it tends to be lately. I think you can go up on the bank a little earlier there than I have been. And I need to figure out how to do that downhill as well. And yeah, this section is just tightest lines possible. Oops. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more to the left so that I don't get airtime there. Probably learning exactly how much arms up I need would be a good idea also. That puts me even on speed, but what am I here? Oh, well, -6 because I crashed into a rock. Yeah, it's a few taps of arms up. Not easy to calculate. Get this chicane tight, but not so tight that you hit that wall. And yeah, you can turn that pretty tight. That booster doesn't matter if you have speed. Kind of a Lexer drop style transition there. I would call it a Lexer drop. Then just hug the inside on that final corner as much as possible. Pretty good time, but only 9th given how stacked this lobby is. Even so, Quick Racer's author time is still standing strong. Ooh, that felt pretty nice. He taps the inside. I'm actually up speed, though. Okay, not surprised to have lost a couple of that speed advantage. This is a very fun map. Definitely living up to the high expectations I set for Quick Racers maps. And Mackie has joined, I take it. Based on the chat, I didn't see the join message. But yeah, the whole top 5 here. Of course, when I say top 5, I'm going to be referring to the Cup of the Day top 5, which is, I don't know if you would agree that it's the 5 best players in the game or not, but definitely a pretty good guideline, and for Cup especially, man, that's some tough competition. So, do we think I can get to that finish around the backside and be faster? I'm gonna say no. I like to look for cheeses, but sometimes it's best to not try stupid things. Clean run so far. Clean first half, I guess? Yeah, I was actually about halfway in time. Entering this section of the map kind of feels like a different part, so I'm separating it in my head to the first half and second half. Kind of like Into Another Realm was, actually. And I gotta say, Quick Racer has some of the best, like, environment transitions of any mapper. Alright, end of the warm-up round here. Actually lost speed doing that. Wondering if I can take that final city turn a lot wider, maybe preserve some speed. I don't know if it would be better or not. Love that final turn too. That's my style of turn. Alright. Only 11th in the warm-up round, even though I felt pretty good with this track. Kern Cobb, the only person into the 47s. Still a couple tenths off of Quick Racer's author time. Of course, Quick Racer varies, Quick Racer, if you will. And it does grind his author times. Alright, we got a little bit of extra warm-up time that will be cut from the video. Thanks, Editor Lexer. So now on to the real round here. Elimination rounds, bottom 4 get eliminated. This is a long map, which means less chances to reset and still get 2 completed runs. And I do want to look into going wide on that corner, but for now I'm just going to get a time. Nice little, I'm going to call that the Lexer drop. Pretty clean run so far. Ultimately just need to finish in round 1. Probably. I don't know. Somebody actually got eliminated with the time in round 1 last week, so it wasn't just DNFs. A little bit of a hop there, but I'm actually kind of fine in time and speed. This turn. Not this turn. This turn coming up here. What happens if I just very gently steer through it like that? Ooh, that looks faster. 135, 134 on the booster. +1 speed. Failed that transition, but that's fine. Let's see how many DNFs we're going to have in the first round. Not too many people without a time. A whole bunch coming into the finish right now. Still going to be a few DNFs, though. It is a long track. I think that makes it more likely to DNF. The thing with these, like, 50-second tracks, it's interesting in Cup, because you have less chances to reset while still getting 2 runs in. Sometimes what that means is people actually optimize 1 run, which is a little bit riskier, but I have seen that kind of become the strategy in a lot of these longer maps. I always tend to play safe, arguably to a fault, so I'm the type of person that's going to try to get 2 runs. Let's try this wide turn again. It was only 132 that time. 135, not great. Fun little jumping section here. Not usually a big fan of jump transitions, but those are all pretty smooth. Of course, a lot of people love jump transitions in this game. It's just personal opinion. I really enjoy this map. Good map, Quick Racer. Up 3 speed. Only up 1 speed. That's kind of mid-turn, though. It's hard to judge. I think I'm down 1 speed now. And I have no idea what my speed is. Speed at the insurance booster is kind of the thing I've been tracking. It's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't seem very consistent with my next checkpoint split. Anyway, another 10th place round, which isn't great for me, but given how stacked this lobby is, I will be happy with that. 3 DNFs this time. 1 53-second time getting eliminated. Not a gigantic lobby like last week, so on a bit more normal pace. which will mean I gotta focus up, because I'm not gonna have a whole lot of rounds where I'm just kind of safely through. $124, I'm gonna start keeping track of that checkpoint. 133 there is pretty good. I think I've been a little higher before. 137's good. I wonder how tight I can take this last corner also, because I do kind of a very wide setup. See, I could have been a little bit tighter at the end. I don't know what the perfect final turn looks like. Man, that right there is the weirdest part of this track. Because it's like, if you cut too far to the inside, you get a little bit of airtime, and it kind of makes you lose control. But if you stay too far to the outside, you're going longer, taking a longer path. So it's kind of this strange, like, optimization technique where, like, how far to the inside can you get without completely losing control by getting airtime? Ah, hit the inside wall. That was a very fast run. Might still be personal best even with the mistake on the final corner. Fern Cobb getting ever closer to that author time. Zomin round looking very fast. Obviously, a lot of fast players here. Everybody's going to be looking fast. I would love to spectate maybe Kern just to see if I find something he's doing that I'm not. Oh, that felt clean. Ooh, that was so far to the inside. 126. Being very gentle in that turn, because I think that should give me a little bit more speed. To be very soft with the turning. That jump right there, the one after the Lexer drop, coming out of the quarter pipe piece, is the one where I'm really kind of unsure what the perfect line is. 49-0 should be safe. I'm going to say that's safe. Give me Kern Cobb. Kern Cobb's halfway through his run, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's see how he does this section. 140 is very fast. Okay, same line I do. Lindsay's at the start of a run. Isn't going to have time to complete another run, but see what she does. Very close to that wall. Yeah, same line. I think I have the line. It's going to be optimizing at this point. Zomin confused about how fast he is. That can be relatable. One thing I'm doing that I do think is helping is in the air on the first jump, I'm turning a tiny bit to the left, rotating my car to the left. 'Cause I think that gives you a little bit more speed on landing. If you land kind of slanted, it's faster than landing and then making the turn. So I do think that gives me more speed coming into that first turn. So this is what I mean. Jump, rotate a little bit, angles you into that turn. Ooh, that was late getting onto that banked piece. Little bit of air. I'm just going to reset. This is, I don't have time for 2 runs now, unless I'm like world record on both of them. $132 is pretty good speed for the first checkpoint. This is such a fun map to drive. I am enjoying this map. We've had a streak of really good maps for Cup. Maki into the 47s. Now, a lot of people starting to get into the 47s. Me, not so much. Still 8th place, which down to 10th now. It should be safe for this round. I did not see the timer when I reset, but I think I'm just short of time for another finish. Oh, that's not going to help. Alright, let's do more spectating. Let's find somebody. Zoman, what do you do? Bit more inside coming to the first corner, which I guess makes sense because you want to run a little bit wide onto the bank anyway. Current Cobb with the 0.7. So Zoman and Kern have both done 0.6s. The rest of the top 5 rounding out the top 5 on the leaderboard. Lindsay, I'm not surprised, is close behind. I did not see where I finished last round. Down in 12th, so I'm getting kind of close to elimination zone. .130 is not great speed, but maybe I'm better set up for the turn. God, that was so far to the inside. 124 is not great speed either. .137 is okay. Felt like a pretty good set of transitions. And pretty tight ending, but still only a 49. 5th at the moment, but I'm not going to say safe just yet. Why do I just have 2 more speed? It's like, it's one jump. It's a tiny bit of turning to set up, and then it's one jump. Oh, so clean. Oh, it's so close to the edges of the road. 128 speed. Now this is a clean run. Oh no, the Lexer drop. The Lexer drop got me. Only 2 spots away from being eliminated. Only 1 spot away from being eliminated. Alex doesn't beat me. Pandamain, Shady Nook. I don't see anybody. Merle either coming to the end. Phew. Now look at that. Top 9 is pretty separated. Top 8 even, you could argue, but definitely I feel like I could do that 48.6 that Zeklo did. It doesn't feel like I have much more pace than that. I'm just going to reset if that's a 130. It's just not worth it. I would still have time for 2 runs. 131, I'll take it. I'm getting pretty good at this little section of corners. Got the 128 again. Took that turn very tight, which is not how I've been liking to do that. Still got 139. Oh, so close. Okay. The closer, the better. Very clean final corner, 48.3. I will take that. I did not think that was possible. I just said. Don't quite have time for another run, but it doesn't matter. how do you consistently get 132 at the start? Because no arms up isn't enough. So there's an amount of arms up that you need. Ooh, Lindsay? Lindsay DNF? Lindsay left the game. It implies she's out. So that's a big name going out, as is YOLO DNFing. Ron Cobb again with the 47.6. The top 5 is the top 5. This might just be the most stacked lobby ever, just purely based on the fact that I'm not sure we have had all of the top 5 in the same lobby before. What is this speed? 135, maybe 134? It's not super fast. I did get a pretty good landing coming off of the quarter pipe, though. I do think Kern took the quarter pipe a little bit lower, so maybe that saves some time. I'm gonna take this out of curiosity. I am up speed, actually. This was not a clean set of turns. Do the very wide line. I think that was like the same speed. Tiny bit up. I messed up. Yep. Zoman does not have a time. Can finish, though. We can see how a bunch of these guys do the final turn as well, which I've been curious about. Kern Cobb also beats the author time. Ooh, man, I'm very close to elimination. I am eliminated. Saint Nick knocked me out. How dare you, Nick? Gonna make me stop playing this track. Top 10, technically, which is usually the goal I shoot for, and given the names remaining, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I could have pushed for top 6, but it would have been hard. So with 9 players remaining, an odd number, which is odd. So I think we saw a couple people go a little bit further to the right. Which would give them that tiny bit of airtime. I think all of the top 5 kind of did more like my line through there. And round goes a little bit wide. Mackie ended up further on the left side, but I think took a still kind of tighter turn. Different strategies for sure. By the way, look at Kern Cobb catching everybody else. Loaded in the latest is passing round. Another member of the top 5 that I keep talking about is now catching the rest of the pack, which are all very strong players. 47.7. Let's ride along with Kern. Oh, Kern's kind of in the middle of the pack now, but let's ride along anyway. Let's see Mackie and... Oh, Kern fell off. Would have had time if he reset faster. We will take a look at the rest of these guys. It is RTY and St. Nicholas who need a time. Nick is going to be coming along pretty late, as is RTY, kind of behind the rest of the pack. 48.2 is going to be very difficult for either of these guys to do. Okay, RTY does have a 48.1. And then Nick down there on GTI. I guess I kind of let him through to the top 9. Let's see if RTY has personal best pace here, which he would need. Does not get it. And St. Nick, I've lost St. Nick. Actually, might not have time. At least not on this run. Might have been a slow run anyway. So RTY and St. Nicholas eliminated. For those of you tracking new Cup winners, that makes Zeklord the only remaining non-Cup of the Day winner. Of course, he's up against, well, you know, 6 of the all-time greats in Zeepkist Cup of the Day. Let's ride along with Kern Cobb so that we can see him catch up to everybody from his point of view. Yeah, gets that very clean with no airtime. Zeklord went a little bit high on that wall ride transition. Everybody with the same line through that chicane. Kern very tight. Nobody goes wide this time, actually, so everybody's sticking with the tight line. Oh, man, Kern was so far to the left, I thought he might crash. Does land a little bit later, more on a downhill on that next transition, which is the thing that I did once where I said I liked that transition. Now starting to pass everybody. 47.6. Not quite his personal best, but a very fast time regardless. Sandals does not have a time. Does have a time now, but is not fast enough to get out. Does have time for one more run, as does Zeklord. Of course, the top 5 in the top 5, as they have been for just about all of this tournament. We'll see if Zeklord or Sandals can break in. It would require a personal best from either of them to do so. See what Zeklord has for speed here. 135 might just do it. I don't know if this is 0.0 pace. Take a quick peek back at Sandals. I think might have a little bit more speed. Does get a decent landing. I think this is more like 0.2 or 0.3 pace based on personal experience. We'll see what he's able to do. Oh, I think he taps the inside wall at the end. Not sure if that would have made a difference or not, but that is unfortunate. But Yanja is trolling and will let Sandals through to the top 5. Food is here. Yanja has priorities. Oh, Kern, okay, Kern is way behind this time. We'll just watch Round and the rest of the pack here. Okay, there's not much of a pack left. They've all reset very early on. $130 at that checkpoint. That's my best is 128. Mackie resets now, so Round is the only person left. Mackie will only have time for one run. Not sure if anybody else is resetting behind him, but Round is on a very fast run right now. Oh, it doesn't get that landing super clean, but still 155 is great speed for that part of the track. Final corner. Runs out a little bit wide, only a 48.1. I thought that was much better than it ended up being. Kern does finish essentially his first attempt as well. I think he reset super early. Sandals running low on time. Mackie coming towards the finish. Zoman still pretty early on as well. This is final runs for all 3. Definitely the 48.1 is not super safe from Round either. Mackie with a 47.9. Round, does not have time. Might have time if he's on world record pace. Zoman, not the greatest Lexer drop, but still very fast in speed, faster than Round was at this point. Where is Sandals? Sandals is out. Sandals has DNF, so the 4 that have finished will make it through. Round will be thankful for that. And with the DNF, no sacrifice is going to save Sandals this time. Kern Cobb again with the 0.7. That really speaks to Kern Cobb's pace. The fact that we've had pretty much all of the fastest Zeepkist racers in this lobby, and we still haven't really been talking about Kern Cobb just because he's not that close to elimination. Looks strong even amongst the strongest. And what a top 4 this is. Kern Cobb, Mackie, Zoman, and Round. All 4 of these guys have double-digit Cup of the Day wins. Mackie with 19, Kerncobb 15, Zoman 13, round 10. I mean, this is competition like we've never seen before in this game. Kerncobb resets. Round going very tight on that turn now. 138 speed is not the greatest. You see Mackie and Zoman battling it out in front. Ooh, that was a clean transition. The round actually starting to catch up. And Zoman's starting to pull away from Mackie a little bit. Round had a very clean second half there, and that will put him above Mackie. So Mackie, kind of the one in trouble, but this might be Kern's only attempt. Still has time to reset if he doesn't like it. 158 speed, that's pretty good though. It seems he likes it. He's going to take this all the way into the finish. And, oh my, that is another 47.7 from Kerncobb. Oh, and Mackie clips onto the sidewalk. So that is Mackie out. Hit the little entryway of this guy's home here. Mackie with a 47.9 eliminated. Oop, round crashed at the Lexer drop. Even the top players not immune to error, as they pretty much all hit a different part of the track. I think Zoman crashed up here somewhere. So it will be Kerncobb, Zoman, and round through. Top 3 now. Zoman loads in the fastest. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to do some overhead spectating here. So Zoman is already gone. Has gone for an early reset. As has round. And look how close these guys get to the walls. I mean, I was doing it too, but it is satisfying to see how close these guys can get to the walls. Ooh, Kerncobb crashes at the Lexer drop. Zoman and round together coming through the city. 129 speed. I've seen faster, but it's still a faster end. Not the greatest turn from Zoman. 138 speed is really insane at this part, though. Starting to catch round. Round will reset. So all of these guys just have time for one run. And this will be Zoman's. Very nice last turn is a 47.8. Resets fast, but I don't think that's going to matter. Round and Kern both without a time. Remember earlier when I said these long maps tend to be people optimizing for one run? Well, here we are. Round and Kern need this run to count. And has Kern? No, Kern is still up ahead. He disappeared for a second. I was concerned. Round, I think, giving a little bit of space to the wall. Only 155. Kern barely stays on at the far right edge of this platform. And into the finish. Kern with a not impressive for him 48.0, but round on a bit of a shaky run only gets a 48.1. So it will be Kerncobb and Zoman into the finals. Kerncobb with 15 wins to an impressive only 6 second places. Over 75% win rate in the finals. Zoman 13 wins to 9 second places. Round, of course, famously doesn't finish in second, so he avoided that again. Kerncobb does load in quite a bit later. See all of them, or both of them, now go to the left side there to avoid airtime. A little bit high on the wall, but that's probably fine. If anything, it might make that corner smoother. 131 speed, just ticking down to 130. This is super fast. Very tight to the inside. 137 speed. I do feel like Zoman's car is getting a little bit bigger from this camera angle. Kern, not the cleanest landing off of that jump. Still a very fast run. I do think it's getting closer to Zoman. Oh, it definitely feels like it now. As long as he doesn't mess up the final turn. Ran out a bit wide, and that almost cost him the advantage he gained. But it is very close. 14 thousandths of a second now as they go on to their second runs. And I think the scary thing about Kern Cobb's first run is that there was clear time left on the table at the end. Ooh, Kern resets just a bit too late, though, so it is all down to Zobin now. 130 speed. Oh, hits the wall. Was a little bit down on speed. Tried to optimize a bit too tight. Ran into the wall, so congratulations, Kern Cobb. 16-6 in the finals now. Definitely one of the fastest players in Zeepkist today, as you can tell by the fact that he just won in this lobby. Look at their names. Another big win for Kern Cobb. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see stats and results, I will post the link to my spreadsheet in the description. And if you want to join Cup yourself, join the CTR Discord where these events are announced. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!